Hi, I'm Nancy Batty, and I'm here today to talk to you about compassion. I wanted to share a story with you that happened years ago. I was driving along the street, and I came around the corner, and at the moment that I came around the corner, there was a family there, and a dog, their pet dog, had run across the street and had been hit by a car. And, of course, this poor gal was just so devastated. She was so distraught, and it just happened, and she saw it happen, and, you know, she reacted out of panic and grief and sorrow, and it was awful. She was just really upset. And without thinking about it, I instinctively just stopped my car, and I got out, and I ran across the street, and I went up to this woman, and I grabbed her and wrapped my arms around her and consoled her and comforted her and, you know, caressed her back and her neck and kissed her forehead and the side of her head and just did everything that flowed from me naturally to offer this woman consolence and love and support and just empathy. And, you know, it was such a instinctive act. Now, I don't share that story with you from a place of, you know, well, gee, I did this wonderful thing. That's not what it's about at all. What it's about is to share with you, as I'm sure that you've all had experiences where you've just instinctively reached out from a place of compassion to another person. And it occurred to me some years later that, you know, innately, I'm able to share that compassion for another person. And then I started correlating and starting to wonder, well, you know, how compassionate are we towards ourselves? How compassionate are we towards how we treat ourselves? What kind of self-care do we offer ourselves on a regular basis? How much of a practice is it in our own lives? Because it's easy to get caught up kind of in the treadmill of life, as I like to refer to it. So how much compassion do we offer in terms of how we think about ourselves, and how much we value ourselves, how highly we speak of ourselves, how much we step into who we are and own who we are and see ourselves as infinite potential of unlimited possibilities and as this divine gift of life and spirit of which we've been granted. You know, truly, how do we step into compassion for ourselves? I'm doing a series coming up next week, starting July 25th to August the 5th, and it's on exactly that topic, compassion, the essential element of happiness. So really and truly, for us to be happy at our core level, it allows us the opportunity to share that happiness with other people. So I would ask you to spend some time in reflection and think, yeah, more than likely you share acts of kindness and compassion with other people on a very regular basis. But how much compassion are you showing yourself? I'm going to have to make this short because I need to show my dogs compassion. We've been out running and walking around, and Donnie Darko's getting a little bit restless. So I'm going to invite you to join me next week in our compassion series. So it's NancyBattyMentorSeries/compassion.com. And I will be sharing with you some of the most amazing current day thought and spiritual leaders of our time. And they are going to share with you from their hearts their own life experiences around compassion. They're going to help you tap into that greater compassion for yourself so you can truly live into your fullest potential and enjoy all of the gifts and beauty of our life here. I thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. I'm going back to walk the babies.